We're honored to have David Burke with us. Chef Burke is back in the house, baby. He's our man. Look at him, bright and early. You know, and first of all,
I don't know about bright, but early.
You know what, Chef? Welcome. It's great. It's great to have you here. And Mike, we're getting our mic put on there.
Yeah.
Hey, David. First of all, thanks for being
Good
so
to be
nice.
It's been a while. Yeah.
And how about with Allie with her birthday? It
was awesome.
With Olivia.
That was great. Yeah.
Me with the ex. How'd I do? Huh?
You did good back then.
Did you see? Well, we're
pretty, yeah.
We were at tavern, and she was.
Yes.
It was like a one
great
happy
night.
family.
Great
it was good,
night.
right?
Yeah.
You came over. You schmoozed. You were nice.
It's good to get along with your ex.
Yeah.
You got it. No. Yeah, it should. I mean, some people don't. Some people do.
Listen, they bless us with beautiful children. So
yeah.
Hey, man, great to have you with us. You know, I got to ask you on this. It's a sad morning because of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Now you went to school. You were in Jersey. You went and did some
pastry.
Culinary. It was pastry.
Yeah, pastry school. Yeah, but I lived on Boulevard Saint Michel, which is a few blocks from Notre Dame.
So
that would be a spot I would go to walk when I chilled out. Cause, I mean, it's right there. You just cross over a walking bridge.
It's like
it's on an island. Yeah.
It's on the island, and it is like everybody just goes there and looks to it.
Come on, it's a lamp. That's so sad. Really, everybody has to be sad about this. This is This is you know what? But you know what's really inspirational is you hear the news this morning and it's going to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
If it does,
it's
going to be rebuilt. I mean, it's just sad because of the history. But you know what? It'll be big. We've been there before, right? It'll be rebuilt.
Yeah, I remember walking down.
But what a relic! What a history.
I was there with Kimberly many years ago. We went, and I remember when you walk up, you could see it, and as you approach Notre Dame.
And the people watching. I mean, it's a huge tourist thing.
Yeah.
But you go in there, you go to certain buildings like that, and you just feel something.
Yeah.
You go to certain places like there's like this.
Yep.
There's a specialness to it, and it's in the air.
You went to culinary pastry school?
I went to pastry school in a little town called Plaisir, outside of Paris. But I lived in Paris because I was working at a pastry shop called Fauchon. I was taking class. Yeah.
So, you
know what? It was great.
David Burke is and you went, what exit are you from?
Forget about it.
No, did you speak French? Did you have to speak French?
I had to learn.
You the kid, you had to learn.
You learn that that's how you go to a bar and you learn.
I'll bet you did.
Un verre de vin blanc, s'il vous plaît. Give me a glass of white wine. Sounds much better in French.
Yeah. French always sounds better, Merci.
Oui.
Hey, so what
happened? Culinary language, I knew. I could work in French kitchens. So working in a kitchen, usually you see in things and you learn the phrases of what a tourte is, or certain things. So it's a little easy. But on the shoe, you go shopping or something. It's a little harder.
Shelly keeps saying, ask you about, did you get held up there or something?
No, I got held up in. We were talking about gratitude the other day, and this time of year and stuff like that. No, I had a gun to my head in 1988 for more than 20 minutes.
Where?
In a restaurant I was working at. I was practicing to represent the U.S. in a competition. So from midnight from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., me and a young boy, he had to be under 21, had to practice the 5 hours so we would get all the ingredients that we were going to have.
This was in France, wasn't it?
No, it's in Brooklyn.
Oh boy.
And they came to rob the safe, knowing that I was there, thinking I had the combination. Man. And so a couple of 3-4 guys came in, and it was pretty frightening, man. I thought it was I thought it was a bread delivery, and then a guy smacked me in the head, and I was like, thought he was kidding around, and opened the safe. And it was really, I had 2 little kids living across the street, and those are. I kind of blocked it out. Only when people ask about it do I ever remember. It's kind of the other guy I was with. So what they did was for 20 minutes slap, like open-handed slapping you, like you see in one of these war movies, like ants. And I couldn't. I didn't know that. I would have helped carry it. So what happened is they chalked my body on the floor of the kitchen and said, if you move before we come back with the crowbar, we're going to shoot you. So I couldn't get to the phone. That was so I had to be in that spot. So if I would have got up to call the cops, I wouldn't have been able to get back in that spot, right? So I had to lay there for a good
God bless
40
you. Laugh
minutes.
about it now. But I know you. But you're from down. I know you're a tough guy. I mean, I wouldn't mess with you.
That tough though. When you gotta,
Yeah.
So the kid that was working with me, and I saw him a couple of years ago, but he was on the other side of the kitchen on the floor in the same position, but he had a foot on his head. He was really upset, like trying to. He had a meltdown. So we were practicing. So he was boiling, vegetables and this and that. But a couple hours had gone by since this ordeal because we were afraid to move.
Yeah.
We must have laid there for. So I finally got up. I called the cops. His name was Mike. He was still laying there. So I went around, by the stoves, and I looked at him and I said, Michael. And he looks at me. He goes, I said, you burnt the goddamn asparagus.
Yeah. You're the best, David. By the way,
I picked him up. We went to the bar. We probably drank a bottle of scotch.
Yeah, well, you deserved it.
Yeah, our families came over. It was really, wow.
Yeah. David, great to see you, man. I know you're exploding all over, man. It's great. And so tell us what you got for Passover. What do you got for Easter?
You know what? Carmine made these, so I don't know what they're called. They're little Italian torts.
By the way, can I go there, Carmine? What's he bench press? 500 pounds, this guy? You have the most, the toughest looking chef, but he's one of the best chefs
That's
out
how
there.
we get deals done.
Come on! What's that? What?
He's a good, he ran
a great guy.
He ran
Excuse me, yeah.
New Year's Eve, he ran a marathon, 26 miles at midnight, ran around
This year
by himself.
Oh my God!
Yeah, great. And it rained. I think it was raining. I'm like, how you feeling? But yeah, he's a good
So he
chef.
made
He's a
these.
good chef.
And
This is this egg and prosciutto and asparagus in these patisserie something, Nona maybe, I don't know, but they're really good.
Come on,
This is an
Albert,
Easter
you wanna
thing,
do-
an Italian Easter treat. Here's another. This is on the menu at David Burke Tavern. It's a burrata. I think it's an egg in here.
Yeah, look at it. Beautiful.
Burrata cheese, prosciutto, roasted asparagus, carbonara style.
Forget about it.
And then Passover's coming.
Yeah.
So I've never done this, but Shelley,
Is that matzah?
it's matzah coated with chocolate.
Oh man, wait a minute. Did you do this to me?
This is a great
That
idea.
is kosher.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Look at this. If you see on camera, we'll take a picture. We'll send it out. Who did you invent this? Shelley's all happy. She came up with the idea.
Looks like tile.
Chocolate freak I am. Matzah freak I am. Why? There's no fat in it. Matzah's one of the most. Matzah is a brilliant food. But now with the this is so.
You know what? It's going to melt in your hands. You know why it melts in your hands? Good chocolate melts in your hands, not in your mouth. It's the opposite of what M&M's was selling years ago.
Right.
Wow.
This he's going to devour that now.
This is Mark.
Look at you.
This whole thing.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, the pastry, that torte, that's fantastic.
There you go. You might know what this is, right?
Yeah, I think it's torta pasqualina.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Very
it.
good,
Toasted
Frankie.
pasqualina.
My barrows. Look at all that.
Big for Easter.
And what?
And I made the deviled eggs with smoked salmon.
Oh, wait.
Of course, you got brisket on Passover. You got lamb on Easter. So we do special brunch and lamb and Easter menus in all the places.
Where you got a woodpecker at fun with? How about us hanging out? How about your buddy hanging out at all the David Burke restaurants?
I know.
Is that great?
They love when you come in.
We go to Woodpecker. We had such a good time. My daughter came in, and then Anthony Pope was there with one of my Fox producer friends came in. We just hung. It's a great place to hang and do business, by the way. Woodpecker.
Yeah.
And you
It's
got
the right vibe. And now when it warms up, we'll have the outdoor seating.
I forgot the outdoor seating, right? But I have to tell you, that little table that's in the corner over there, which is great. It's great for business. And then I brought a buddy in from Florida, and the location is great. They're right there at 30th.
You're not far from the garden. You're right in that 30th and 30, West 30th, 30th and Broadway. And, you still have to get by Fort Lee.
You know what? Did not get Fort Lee. I didn't get the invitation, Shelley, to Fort Lee. No, I did not. She was looking at me like, oh. It's like, oh. So because if did you got an invitation, right?
Yeah, you were on it as well. We were on the same email.
It was, what was it, an email?
Yeah.
Well, it went to spam, I think.
You were
a phone call.
I'll tell you what, that
pie?
What is it?
It's torta pasqualina.
Oh my God!
Here, I got
macaroons.
Look at that.
This
Look at these
is
strawberries,
sensational, huh?
Now the green ones are edible.
Oh my God!
They use them for pickling.
Oh, okay.
So usually, you put the green ones, you can fry them like tomatoes, and you can also put them in salads. They're not as sweet, but
What do you do? What did you put on the macaroons? What is that? Like mint? This is spectacular, man.
yeah, it was in my
That's
trunk.
good for a
It was in the
mojito.
trunk of my car.
Do you know these are one of my favorite foods?
He's got a garden in the trunk of his car.
By the way, I'm going out to a garden out by your house, and
Where you going?
I don't know the town, but it's Friday.
Hunterdon County?
Yeah, beautiful. Cindy brought me. She hooked up with this guy, organic herb garden. Cindy Chester.
Yeah,
Chester.
How's she doing, by the way?
Fantastic.
You still?
I don't know how someone can get better looking with time.
You know what? Is this the longest
You can tell
relationship you ever had?
You can tell I'm trying to make up for something.
You're doing great.
No, we're coming up on a year here, you know.
No, it has been a year. That's been a long for you, David. That's great. I'm very happy for
What do
you.
you mean for me?
For us. Let me
My
rephrase
attention
it.
span is it?
Yeah, well, no, I think it's great,
Yeah,
man.
listen, everything. You know.
So this is good. Can somebody give me a calorie count on these? What are they called? These are macaroons. What are they called?
Macaroons.
I love these.
They got about, I'm going to guess, 120.
Calories is okay, but not gram fats because it's mostly like
A lot of sugar.
A lot of sugar.
Yeah.
I'll take the sugar. I'll take the.
Yeah, a lot of sugar. There's no fat in it.
No, nothing at all. I love that, man.
Well, the fillings have a little fat. It depends on what's in the filling.
No,
You
I
know,
tell you, the matza's unbelievable. Matza with the chocolate is unbelievable.
But the green tomato, green strawberry, look at it, they don't have to wait from the ripen to pick them early, charge more.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. So give us that, Frankie. What were you going to say
No, I
something?
was just going to ask. So Friday, obviously, everybody gets together. Good Friday.
There she is
before
now.
all
Thank
off.
you for calling. I'm sorry.
And to color Easter eggs and everything. So you end up with all these dozens and dozens of hard-boiled eggs.
Yep.
And I love egg salad as much as the next guy. But what else can you do with all these hard-boiled eggs aside from just egg salad and put them in a salad? Is there anything?
Pickle them.
Pickle them.
Yeah, pickle them. Put them in vinegar, or in sugar and vinegar, and whatever else you like, and you can pickle them, and they'll pickle that. I don't know how many people like pickled eggs either, but pickled eggs can be pretty good. Or you can puree them all and make and take that puree and use that as a filling for ravioli or to make egg salad sandwiches and freeze it. I mean, it seems cheap but if you puree the filling, you have this creamy.
So you put it you put it in a food processor.
Yep.
With ricotta, and then
with
you have a
ricotta
ravioli.
or with butter, and use it as a spread on toast.
All right. Now I'm
Right,
excited
so
to break some
look
eggs.
like egg butter, right? So you get the butter room temp soft, get the eggs, and then puree it, and then put it in little containers, and you pull it out when you need it. All right, so you can make use it like avocado toast. You just put eggs puree with some radish.
What's the basic Easter dinner like? Lamb. I think my
Well, lamb, because that's the slaughter time, and traditionally this time spring is when you slaughter lamb.
I think
that's when they come into.
When you and I do our restaurant, David Burke's Jersey Joe's Diner, we're gonna do that. I want my nephew Brett and Brian. They're extraudionary cooks. These guys. They're gonna make lamb. They're gonna do the whole lamb. That's what you generally have. I'm gonna have
lamb, ham, and
yeah.
Asparagus is in season. There's egg dishes.
Me,
and then there's the pastel, dessert chocolate. Obviously eggs, chocolate bunnies, and all that. But that's more commercial than.
I'm gonna have the lasagna and the eggplant.
It's funny we have a bunny, but you don't eat the rabbit. For Easter.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, who's gonna? I mean, you couldn't. I mean,
you don't eat deers at Christmas. We don't eat venison at Christmas.
What are you gonna say to your kid? We're gonna eat the Easter bunny now.
Rabbit doesn't. Rabbit is really a good thing to eat, but it just doesn't sell.
Who had rabbit? Did you eat rabbit last? Somebody here ate rabbit last time. It's like I don't know that I could, but it's like big in Europe. It's huge, right? Huh?
Yeah, well, they're easy to raise. They're easy to catch.
Yeah.
Raise. No, honestly, it's a smaller animal. Just like chickens, you can raise them.
Bugs is really the only one who got away. Bugs Bunny.
That's right.
So we had a picture in the New York Times Wednesday of a drink my son created called "What's Up, Doc."
Oh,
the
that's
carrot
great.
juice cocktail.
That's great.
And speaking of bugs.
Carrot juice, of course.
Carrot juice, and I think it had
a little something in it.
Tequila.
Hey, look at.
Carrot juice is the decoy. It's like, hey, that looks really healthy.
Tell me so I keep track of everything because you're in Garden City. You're going.
Garden City Hotel. I had a great article in the Daily News.
Iggy's been out there. My buddy's been out there. He says it's been great. Yeah.
Great town. Beautiful hotel. This hotel's a landmark.
Yeah.
Food's doing great. The patio opens soon. Saratoga getting ready. Track season's got extended up there another week or two. Over at the Delphi Hotel. Ventanas is the new one in Fort Lee, killing them.
All right, yeah, got to go.
And there's music. There's a music scene there. There's it's a Latino and there's a DJ and we're off and doing good. And then we're doing a project South Orange in 2 weeks.
Yeah, which is
can't really mention it yet till tomorrow.
All right.
Jersey Shore was in Seabright yesterday.
Yeah, and then
great.
Woodpecker and the Tavern to be great. Yeah.
And I was in St. Louis. We had a little project that day. I drove back from St. Louis.
And then I heard.
So I was in a tornado. Not in a tornado, but they had
What was really bad?
The fire alarm went off. We had to go down to the basement in the middle of the night.
Oh, like that. And then somebody told me this.
It's funny at 3 a.m. You see everybody crawling out of bed. People in their robes,
coming down,
slippers, shorts. Yes.
So
everybody was calm. Apparently it happens. They knew right to go to the basement.
Often,
I'm like, why aren't we going to the basement? I thought it was a fire.
20 after 8 o'clock. I got to tell you too. I heard somebody told me, somebody very close to the White House, every Saturday, the President of the United States BLT Prime. He goes into the hotel. He goes up there for dinner pretty much almost every Saturday anymore at BLT Prime. Donald J. Trump. Apparently.
Oh yeah, he's there quite a lot. Yeah,
he's your buddy.
Yeah, he's allowed in there. Yeah, he's
right. Well, thanks for hanging out.
That's great. And I was there last week.
Mortals,
Actually, I'll be there Easter morning.
You gonna be
I'm doing a segment on Fox and Friends and Fox.
Cool.
I'm jumping on a cell and going down to BLT Prime with David Burke in the Trump Hotel on Sunday, so I'll be there. We do a big brunch on that day, so I like to go down there and back up here, and I'll be back in the next. I'm going to come back in a couple weeks.
Oh, we look forward to it, David.
Mother's Day's coming.
That's right, Mother's Day. Happy Easter, happy Passover. Yeah. Shelley, thank you so much. We appreciate it. David Burke, the one, the only. Just Google Chef David Burke, and you'll find some of the great eateries, restaurants,
and then hit the GoFundMe tab.
821. Susie's on the road for you. How you, Susie Cerrone? How we doing out there?